Welcome back. Most people have not been to Savannah Bananas game, but I bet a lot of people have seen the viral highlights and cool circus fun that happens there. I am Grayson Knight, and this is Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. There is actual baseball being played by the Bananas and their arch nemesis, the Party Animals. But amongst the game, there's a lot of fun to be had, too. Today I am joined by the two most popular banana ball playing entertainers. These guys are a little bit more well known for their specialties, but it only makes them 100% bananas. So let's start it off. Dakota Albritton is most known for towering high above the field and all the fans. His nickname is Stilts because, well, he pitches and hits on stilts. And Alex Ziegler might have one of the most popular TikTok and Instagram accounts on the internet. His bat flips and trick shots have made their way into Bananas games to the delight of fans and players. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you, Greg?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Very
Well,
excited to be here.
let's start off. Dakota, the first time we met back in April of 2022, you had just gotten a concussion. Did you fall off your stilts?
No, actually, the concussion was from me trying to chase down a fly ball in left center at Grayson, and I completely ate the wall, the hard metal wall. It
Ouch.
just knocked me silly.
He's got the whole thing recorded too.
Oh, that's even
I do.
worse.
I do. First person.
If you're on your stilts, you probably would go flying out of the field. So,
For sure.
mhm. So I can't imagine how hard it is to wear stilts and try to play ball. You grew up in the middle of Georgia and you played travel ball when you were my age, right?
Right.
So how was that experience like?
Um, First off, I got to start with if it wasn't for my parents supporting me through all of it, I would have never been able to do any of it. And I wouldn't have been able to experience that. I think every baseball player in a young age should do at least 2 or 3 seasons of travel ball. But travel ball is one of my biggest memories as a kid coming up. I love traveling, making new friends, people that I would have never met if it wasn't for travel ball that I still know now. And I look at them as my best friends. But travel ball is one of the core memories of my youth.
Mm-hmm. So and how were you introduced to the stilts?
Okay, so whenever I was little, I had a bunch of crazy talents. I could walk on my hands, I could do back flips, front flips, I could ride a unicycle, forwards, backwards, hoverboards, skateboards, rip sticks, all that. And then one morning, on Christmas, Santa Claus brought me a set of stilts, and I walked on them for maybe probably 2 weeks until the fun wore out. As me being a kid, I moved on to something different. Put them up for 10 years and then brought them back out at the tryouts. And I think it was 2020 or 2021. I'm not sure.
So you said you are good at a lot of amazing talents. Were you just born like that, or did you have to take like lessons? And did you do like a dance background or something like that?
Well, no, dancing is not my strong suit. I'm not that good at dancing yet. I'm getting better.
Ziggy's
But
laughing.
Ziggy knows. You know, Ziggy,
I'm a
you see
terrible
me
dancer
there.
too, man.
Ask
But we learn
Maceo.
it. We
Ask
learn it.
Maceo for some lessons.
Oh yeah,
I have.
We learn
We've
from the
worked on
best.
it.
I'm still surprised how y'all are entertainers for the Bananas without dancing, but
Now I'll get out there and dance. I'm not gonna promise you it's gonna be something you want to watch, but I'll dance for sure.
We bust out our own moves. Yep.
um. So, Ziggy, you grew up in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How did your baseball journey begin?
It was awesome. I started playing when I was 6, 7 years old. I played some t-ball and I played for 17 years straight. Played t-ball, then I went into Little League straight after that, and I was part of the Pennsylvania State Champions. We were about 2 games away from playing in Williamsport, which was incredible. We had a couple games that were on ESPN2 back when we were 12 years old. That was awesome. Played all through high school at Butler, 3-year letterman, and then I went to college and I walked on at California University of Pennsylvania. I went there because my best friend at the time, he was going to play there, and I wanted to keep playing baseball, so I went there and I tried to walk on. And I ended up making it, but 2 weeks into my baseball career there, I got into a collision in the outfield, and I ended up breaking my jaw, which pretty much changed my life because like I didn't want to play the outfield anymore. Then my sophomore year, I ended up starting on the mound, which was
Wow.
cool.
So did you go to Cooperstown when you were young?
I did,
Oh,
and I'm very
nice.
excited to go there again.
Oh yeah. There's a future question about Cooperstown, but how was that experience?
Very fun, very fun. Everyone needs to be there.
Yeah,
It's a great. Have you
I
ever been
went.
there?
Yeah, I went in July, and we actually saw a men's league game at Doubleday Field.
Really?
We went to the Hall of Fame. We went to this baseball themed escape room, which was really cool. There's like a lot of
Wow.
stuff to do there now.
Who'd you all go with?
Just my family and
That's
my
awesome.
team. I went there for the tournament.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Did you go, Dakota?
Me? No,
Yeah.
no, I've yet to go. I'm excited for the tour stop in Cooperstown. I'm really looking forward to it.
hmm So you guys talked about playing ball when you were young, but did you both have dreams of making it to the professional?
That's
I could say
yeah.
I think that's every young baseball player's dream is to make it big time.
hmm
Now,
Yeah,
as
that's always
far
been
as
my goal.
making it bananas wise, that was never even a thought. I didn't even know anything like this existed at that time.
Well, Dakota, you're always in the high level because you're always towering over everybody.
You're right.
hmm so Ziggy, you're known for your bat flips and being able to balance almost anything on your chin. How did you begin gaining those skills?
Well, I first started doing the bouncing probably when I was around 12 or 13 years old. My dad was always my baseball coach growing up, and he was always able to balance a baseball bat on his nose. And I was like, that's insane. Like he just made it look so easy. So I first started practicing with bats, and then I started doing like smaller stuff. Like once I got into high school, I started doing like pencils, pieces of paper, dollar bills, baseball hats. I could do my cell phone on my nose. I mean, it's pretty much anything. I probably put close to 100 pounds on my chin now, which is absolutely insane. I put an 8 foot ladder on my chin, which is probably not the smartest thing ever,
What?
but I got it.
So I was watching this video where someone puts like a pole with a target on it, and they put it on their chin, and then they bottle flip onto it. And you should
That's
try that.
crazy that you're saying that right now because I was supposed to be doing that last weekend, but I'm going to be doing that here soon.
Oh my
And
God,
that
that's
is
awesome.
crazy. That's crazy. You just brought that up because like I've been thinking about that one because I saw Dude Perfect do it, and I'm a
Yeah,
huge Dude
that's where I
Perfect
saw
fan.
it.
So like I have to do that. I have to do that. I know I could easily do it.
It's
But
gonna be
imagine
sick.
like doing a baseball bat on my chin and putting just like a plate on the top of it. I could water bottle flipping is easy to me, so I can definitely get that down.
Are you guys are going to banana camp?
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Okay.
Are you
Because
going?
I'm going the week of, well, by the time this interview comes out, I've already gone, but I'm going the week of Christmas.
That's awesome. That's very
Yeah.
exciting.
That'll be
Mhm.
cool. Hey, I was talking to Kyle and DR, and you're gonna have a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be great for you.
Yeah. I'm super excited. So whatever you come up with your balancing stuff, I can't wait to see it up. So let's talk about how you guys got connected with the bananas to begin with. What was going on in your lives before you showed up to tryouts last February? Dakota, please go first.
Okay, so whenever I came to my first tryouts for the Bananas, I had no idea. I came into tryouts with my shirt tucked in. I was in my high school uniform. I had my shirt tucked in, my hat as straightforward as I possibly could. And my mom had told me, she signed me up for it. My mom had told me that it was going to be a crazy kind of tryout. I had to bring my weirdest talents. And that is why I had my stilts and my unicycle with me. And I get there and I'm playing, and I haven't touched a baseball in like a year and a half since I graduated high school. Actually, I never played ball after high school, but we played our state championship at Grayson Stadium in my senior year in high school in 2019. And at the time, I seen the logo there, but I didn't know what it was. And then it just so happened where my career ended is where my career started back up in a different way at Grayson. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ziggy, what about you?
Well, before Banana Ball, I was a press technician at this manufacturing company here in Butler. and I was working on these big presses that we install dies into, and I was stamping out materials that were like hospital materials, electronic parts, whole bunch of different stuff. And I originally saw some banana stuff on TikTok, and it was probably February around the time this February, and I first saw some of the banana stuff on TikTok. That would have been in November before, and I just remember my girlfriend showing me, and she's like, "Look at these videos. Look at this guy in the stilts. Look at all these players. Like this would totally be your element. Like you should reach out to them." I never reached out to them, and then it was like late February, maybe it was middle February, and Jesse Cole and Zach got a hold of me. They're like, "Hey, is there any possible way that you could come to tryouts next weekend?" And I was like, "Oh man, like I just took off a couple of days from work, and like I couldn't get the time off to get down to Savannah, so I couldn't end up making the tryouts." So a couple of days after the tryouts, Jesse got a hold of me again. He said, "You know what, Zig? Don't worry about the tryouts right now. I want you to come to the first weekend in Grayson. You know, we'll kind of use that as your tryout and we'll see how you do and everything." And then my first game that I got in, I did a nice little bat trick at the plate, and I flew one out to center. It was okay. I still made contact. It was my first time seeing live pitching in 8 years. So after that weekend, they still wanted me to come to the next weekend down in Florida. And that's when I came out with that crazy bat trick routine walking up to the plate, and I smacked one right up the middle for a single, which was insane. It went pretty big on TikTok, and I was super thrilled about that. And that's when I'll never forget it. Like that's when Jesse came up to me. He's like, "Zig, you're now a professional baseball player." And it just like brought a tear to my eye pretty much, because that's been like I've always wanted to hear that my whole entire life.
Wow, that's incredible. So Dakota, I've watched you. I think you're batting 250 on your stilts, and I was actually watching live your first ever hit at Banana Ball. Is it hard to run in the stilts?
I think the video kind of answers that for you. I look like a newborn deer going down first base. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. All you're thinking about is how hard or how bad it's gonna hurt when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Say, still, do you remember whose bat you were using for that first hit?
Oh yeah, yours.
Speaking of bats, I was actually there for the game. That you used that like the heaviest bat. I
Yes.
was there. I'm pretty sure I recommended it to you before the game. I don't remember, but
That bat's 25 pounds.
I know it was super.
That thing was heavy to swing. I
Mhm.
was just super happy I got to foul that one off. You know, like I took some practice with it, but like BP throwing is way easier to hit it with it.
Yeah.
Then you start facing 90 miles an hour. It's like, oh my gosh, you got to start your swing when he's in his windup.
Mhm. So Dakota, you told my dad, when you're not playing baseball, you're actually building chicken coops for a living, like for big chicken corporate farms or like private farms.
I actually work for like do you know what a Mennonite community is? It's the Amish.
No, I don't
I
know.
work Okay, well I work for a big group of them guys, and they're really good people to work for. They're super nice people. They really take care of their workers. But I'm just on commission. I work and build dog kennels and chicken coops every day.
Hmm. And I'm pretty sure you told me you're a big hunter. You're into hunting.
Yes, I hunt a lot and fish just as much.
Nice.
Matter of
That's
fact, right whenever we got on, as soon as we got on the video call, that's what I was eating was some deer jerky. I just finished it up this evening.
nice. So Ziggy, you and Banana shortstop Ryan Cox are both from the Pittsburgh area. Did you guys ever play each other growing up?
We did. We played against each other in college, and actually, right now we're actually working together as well for Fennel Baseball Brothers. We both teach baseball there during the week,
That's
which
awesome.
is real cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Brian
So,
Cox is a good dude.
this is for both of you guys. When you were 13, how were you making baseball fun while also doing everything you could to stay competitive? Whoever wants to go first.
Stilts, what you got?
I was always the one doing flips. Like obviously you couldn't do flips in the game, but I was always the one. Like, as soon as the game's over, win or lose, I'm out in the outfield doing flips. I'm just acting crazy, cutting a fool. I'm always joking. I was actually a catcher a lot coming up in travel ball, and I stayed joking with the umpires. I stayed talking to all the guys. I made sure that I felt like me making myself have a great time was like kind of rubbing off on everybody else. And our games always went so smooth whenever I was in a really good mood and I could make other people laugh while I was at the plate.
Nice. Now for me, when I was 13, when I was growing up, I usually played center field. And I always was only ever about diving catches. That's all I ever cared
That's
about was doing
me. That's
crazy.
me.
I would instantly slow up just so I can dive for the ball and pretty much knock the wind out of myself to catch the ball because that's what the people want to see.
I don't
They
even
want to
have
see the
I,
crazy catches.
I don't even have to. I catch the ball and just fall to the floor.
I would do that too, make it look fun.
That's awesome. Um, so Ziggy, you've done a lot of tricks at MLB stadiums and on TV. You were also on a Jay Leno show, this summer.
It's called
And
You Bet Your Life. Yep.
yeah. And Ziggy, this year you didn't become. I mean, you did become a Fortnite emote. Is that how was that experience? And did they pay you?
That's been pretty crazy. And yes, that's pretty much what let me quit my job being a press technician.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
That's awesome. I've seen one video on it. It's like where you throw the bat behind, and then you like throw a ball, and then you hit a ball. It's so
They
crazy.
they added that on there because I never really personally did that for them, but they made it look pretty dang fancy. They did.
Mhm.
But it's cool, because like I never played like Fortnite at all ever. But now ever since that Fortnite emote came out, like I'm getting on every day, playing a few games, and now I'm seeing like other random people use the same emote when I'm using it. It's just like it's crazy. And all these kids that I'm teaching baseball with, I'm like, hey, do you play Fortnite? Like, yeah, I got your emote. Like it's been wild.
Mhm.
That's so
Because that's
cool.
been like one of my like original goals when I first made my biggest bat trick video. I told my roommate, I was like, wouldn't that be cool if they made this a Fortnite emote? And like I never reached out to them. Then January this year, Epic Games reached out to me like, we would love to use one of your videos to turn it into an emote. I was like, that'd be awesome.
You should contact them about making a Savannah Bananas skin
That
bundle.
would be insanely awesome because I know they do have some of the skins that are bananas, but it needs to say Savannah Bananas. That would be awesome if Split was on there as a skin and everything.
Yeah, and like you could play as Jesse Cole for some reason if you
Oh
want.
my gosh, that would be
Have Jesse
incredible.
running around.
Uh-huh. You should friend me
Grayson,
on you should friend me on Fortnite.
I would love to. We could play right after
Okay.
this.
Um. And Dakota. Have you done any of your still work outside of Banana Land?
Uh, I actually was walking on my stilts in Vegas this past week. We were in Vegas, and then the only other thing I've done like outside of it on my stilts is I walked in the Christmas parade in my little hometown. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome. I bet that
That's
was a big
awesome.
hit.
Oh well,
Um.
I mean our town's so small. We had like 12 floats in the whole entire town Christmas parade. So yeah.
Mhm. So, Ziggy, I have a question for you. Let's say theoretically the Bananas go to PNC Park in Pittsburgh. How will that experience be if you get to play there?
That would be electric. That's my most favorite stadium. I think the atmosphere there is just beautiful. I think it's the best view in my opinion, and I think we would sell that out instantly.
That's
Oh, for
awesome.
sure.
Mhm. I'm
It'd be
pretty
pretty
sure.
cool to play the Pirates too. I think we could beat them.
Oh, yeah. Mhm. So I actually went to PNC over the summer when I went to my Cooperstown trip, and
How was that?
it was good. I'm pretty sure they won like 10-4. There was a guy that hit 3 home runs in a game,
Oh my
and
goodness. Was it who was it? It was Snyder then, wasn't it? Or who was it?
no,
Oh my goodness, I can't remember. It
I
had to
think
be the only guy that
it
hit
was
three
the
home runs in the
backup.
game that year.
It was the backup catcher, I think,
Oh
for
my
them.
goodness. Wow, that's a good game to see there when they win. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. They were playing. It was Andrew McCutcheon's welcome back game because
Oh,
they were
that's
playing the
awesome.
Brewers. It
That's
was yeah. So Dakota, having Biko bounce off the trampoline while interviewing you was pretty funny. So whose idea was that?
That was actually Biko's. Um, yeah, that I had nothing to do with that. That was actually at the second tryout
Oh,
when we
really?
made that video.
That's awesome. And that interview was pretty insane. That was really cool.
Hey
Mhm.
Grayson, would you ever get on some stilts?
I don't know. I'd probably be bad at it, but I mean, I've
Oh,
never tried. I've never tried.
well,
Is
they
it
I can help
easy?
you out.
yeah, they've got shorter stilts you could try.
Mm-hmm. So I want to come back to the double day field where I was talking about um at the beginning of the interview. Um I told you that I kind of saw a game there, and the field is pretty big, and um it's just an amazing atmosphere with all the baseball fans and all the baseball stores and baseball themed basically everything. There's no generic like
It,
McDonald's or something like there.
yeah, that's heaven on earth, pretty much.
Mhm. For a baseball fan at least.
I'm
Absolutely.
excited. I'm so stoked for Cooperstown.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, fellas, we made it to the not so rapid fire questions. I hope you're ready. Here we go. So Ziggy, did you know that there's a street in Butler, Pennsylvania named Ziegler Avenue?
Yeah, it's like about a mile away from me. And
Wow.
it was a couple years ago, it was originally spelled Zeigler, and then they just like randomly changed it to Zie, which is how you spell
Oh,
my name. And yeah, which is
are
that's pretty cool.
do you think you're related to someone?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
If you were, it's probably a friend of like George Washington or something like that.
I know.
So Dakota, have any other bananas tried out the stilts? And if so, are they any good?
No, I've tried to get. I think I've told every single person on the team. I was like, hey, just hop on them, try them out. Like you'll never know until you hop on them and find out for yourself if you can do it or not. And nobody has yet taken me up on the offer. So
Not
Stilts, you
even
know I'm gonna
Ziggy?
get
Not
on them.
even
one day.
Ziggy?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
I'm gonna
was
me
just
and
about to
Stilts are gonna
say.
be living together. So he's gonna put me on those for sure.
Oh yeah,
You
Ziggy's
should
gonna
ask,
get good at riding the unicycle too.
you should ask Bill Lee if he wants to go on.
He can do
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, Bill Lee can do anything.
He's a
There's nothing he
legend.
Uh,
can't do.
he doesn't even need to get on the stilts because he's an astronaut. He's already way up in the air.
Oh, spaceman.
So for both of you, what's your favorite baseball movie?
I'm definitely Sandlot.
Okay, what about Ziggy?
The natural.
Okay, those are both of those are my top three favorite, and then there's Field of Dreams.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with Field of Dreams. That's my
Mhm.
dad's favorite one. That one's amazing too.
Ziggy, will you be pitching during the 2023 World Tour?
I certainly hope so. I don't know if I'll be pitching, but we have something else big planned. And I don't
Okay.
know if I should be
No
saying it right
spoilers,
now.
no spoilers, no
Yeah,
spoilers.
it's gonna be a surprise.
Without anyone's permission, don't say anything. Dakota Stilts Albritton and Alex Ziggy Ziegler, thank you so much for joining my show. I really hope you guys had fun. Any parting words of wisdom?
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for having me. I enjoy it just like the first time we did the podcast. We did the what was it, the Jeopardy?
Oh
That was
yeah,
fun. I enjoyed that.
that was nice.
So yeah, man.
You got the
I enjoy
shirt.
it.
You got the t-shirt, right?
No, actually Malachi did. He got that last question right about the amount of seams on the baseball.
Yeah, but weren't you on Malachi's team?
No, it was me. It was who was I on the team with? Who was it?
Oh, Banana Babes. But I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
sent you a t-shirt. I'm pretty
I
sure.
got one at the stadium. I know you gave me one at
Yeah,
Grayson.
That's what we were talking about. Ziggy,
Yeah.
we'll send you a t-shirt.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Mhm.
love
Oh, they're
it.
sweet. They're
So
sweet.
do you guys have any questions for me?
When are you planning on doing the next podcast?
Well, next Jeopardy?
Well,
just-
when are you dropping? When is this podcast dropping? Like when is it gonna be out?
sometime in February or March. I have no idea. But we'll
Cool.
we'll definitely like tag you on Instagram or something like that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Ziggy, any questions?
Grayson, what console are you playing Fortnite on?
Oh, mobile.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, but it's still compatible with
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
You'll have to just like DM me on Instagram your name, and then I'll just add you, and we'll get those emotes going.
Okay, thank you so much. So thanks again, guys. I'm a huge fan. And for my listeners, please follow Dakota at Dakota_Albritton on Instagram. You should also follow Alex Ziegler at ZigZigZog on Instagram. and at Beardy Zig on TikTok. For the Savannah Bananas ticket and tour information, please check out the savannahbananas.com to get alerts and get on the waiting list to, or follow the Bananas on Instagram and TikTok. And you can help my show by subscribing to Baseball Podcaster Fun on YouTube and Spotify and following at Baseball Podcaster Fun on Instagram, or visit my brand new website, baseballpodcastarefun.com. So check back next week for an all-new episode. Until then, I am Grayson Knight. That was Alex Ziegler and Dakota Stilts Albritton, and this was Baseball Podcaster Fun. Don't forget to swing for the fences. See ya!